During CAT 22, I had gotten around 99% in almost every mock that I had given. But this time, my scores was fluctuating wildly. I was getting as low as 91, 92 percentiles, 89s. And the last mock that I gave before CAT 23, I got somewhere around 94, 93 percentile. And that in my mind said that, probably I'll have to do a job for one more year because I won't be able to crack CAT this time. So my name is Arjjan Walia. I graduated from Hindu College in 2023. I did my BCom honors from there. I'm currently working as an audit assistant in DILR USI, and my CAT 23 percentile was 99.95. MBA was on my mind since I was in my 11th standard when I had taken commerce with maths as my subjects over there. So mathematics happened to be my favorite subject, and when I studied subjects like economics and business studies, so they involved numbers in the financial world, studying about the economy, macroeconomics, etc. I gravitated towards those subjects, and then naturally I looked towards the career options that are there in the financial world, and in most of them I saw that they require a certification of an MBA afterwards. So I had it in my mind at that time that I want to do an MBA, and I wanted to do it continuously after my graduation because since I knew I wanted to do that, so I didn't want any sort of gap in my studies. So when I took CAT 2022, that was the first time that I took CAT. So I had started my preparation in September of 2021. So that's a good 12-13 months before the actual CAT. So by the time, I think just one day before the exam, since I had prepared so much, sort of got into a lot of pressure. Basically, all the thoughts were running in my head. Okay, what will happen tomorrow? What if I bomb one section, I don't do well? What will happen to all the 1 year of prep that I've done? And as a result of that, I could not sleep the night before CAT. I think I slept for hardly 2 hours, from 6:30 to 8:30. And to top that, I had the evening slot the next day at 4:30. I was in that sort of situation that I was very tired, but I was not able to sleep. So I gave the CAT in that way. And when the first section came up, VARC, so I really just couldn't comprehend what was written for the first 2, 3, 4 minutes. I think I lost out that time. And yeah, so then I just picked myself up, sort of went through VARC, but I knew that I had not done well in VARC, and I actually hadn't because I got a 94.21 percentile. So I sort of picked up DILR. I got a 99 point something percentile. I'm not able to recall exactly. So that went well, and then Quants also went pretty fine. I got a 98.69 percentile in that. But just because of the VARC, bad VARC that I had in the starting, so that pulled down my percentile to 99.54, and I missed out on calls from Calcutta and FMS due to that. Now coming to CAT 23, the second attempt. So I was doing a job and I wasn't really able to give attention to CAT studies as much as I would have wanted, as I had done previously. And the mocks that I was also giving, so during CAT 22, I had gotten around 99% in almost every mock that I had given. But this time, my scores was fluctuating wildly. I was getting as low as 91, 92 percentiles, 89s. And the last mock that I gave before CAT 23, I got somewhere around 94, 93 percentile. And that in my mind said that, probably I'll have to do a job for one more year because I won't be able to crack CAT this time. So that actually took the pressure off my mind. I had a very good 8 hours sleep before CAT 23. When I went to the center also, I was very calm because in my mind, I had already known that probably this is not going to go well. So why to just, pressure myself? And yeah, that just allowed me to be myself. VARC came, I breezed through it, and I sort of felt that it went well, but again, you can never know with VARC, it's a very subjective section. And then DILR came up, so I was able to solve 2 sets in the first 32-33 minutes. So then I chilled out because once you solve 2 sets in DILR, you get a 99 percentile. That's pretty much been the trend throughout all the CATs. So then I just relaxed myself before the quant section came up. Yeah, but the quant section was tough for CAT 23. So that actually was the first time during that paper I felt sort of pressurized. Okay, I'm not able to do the questions, what should I do? But then of course I realized that if I am finding it tough, probably it's tough for other people as well. So I sort of again calmed myself down and gave the paper, and I got a 99.95 in CAT 23 with a 99.96 in VARC. So I think that section was always my strongest suit during my preparation, and that pushed up my overall percentile as well. So for CAT 23, I didn't really need to prepare since I had done extensive preparation in CAT 22. So my strategy for this attempt was just to give as many mocks as possible, as many sectional mocks as possible. One, I think, important thing was last year when I had given mocks, I had all given them, when I felt good, when I was in a good space. So probably, you have situations like you're feeling down or under the weather and you feel like, okay, I'll give the mock tomorrow. Like one advice would be to actually give the mock when you're not feeling good, because that is likely how you're going to be feeling on the D-Day itself due to the pressure and the mental stuff that is going on. So I started giving mocks in July, mid of July in 2023, and my job started in mid of September. So till mid-July to mid-September, I think I was doing pretty well. Every alternate day I was giving mocks. I was just strategizing like whatever shortfalls I could find. But after my job started, it was very difficult to find the time. So from every alternate day, the mocks became once in 1 week or once in 2 weeks. And because of that, since you lose the consistency, the scores also started fluctuating. I knew at that point that the scores are fluctuating probably because I'm not in touch, but I knew that obviously I have scored well before, so the potential, like the capability is there. It's just that like I'm not in the right frame of mind. Probably I'm coming back after a long day of work and then I'm giving the mock, so it's not working out that way. CAT 23 was more sort of mental in that sense. I just had to keep myself in a good space because I knew the preparation was already there due to the previous year. For resources going section wise for VARC, I think if you're not in the habit of reading, you need to get into it. So you can probably start by reading newspapers every day. And one of the things with VARC I notice is, like, apart from obviously the lengthy passages that come, is the topics of those passages that throw people off. Some of them can be on abstract topics, philosophy, topics that you don't usually read in the normal course in your newspaper. So you can refer to different sites. One of those sites I would say would be Aeon Essays. It has essays on different topics. Devote half an hour to 1 hour to reading every day, just to be in the habit to have to build up your reading speed. For DILR, I would say solve as many sets as possible. Going by the current pattern of CAT, if you solve 2 sets out of 4, it's most probably going to land you at a 99 percentile. So don't think that you have to solve 4 sets in 40 minutes. It's probably 2.5 sets that you have to solve in 40 minutes. And for quants, I would say just practice arithmetic and algebra. So there are a lot of different topics in quants: arithmetic, algebra, PNC, modern maths, geometry. So just pick out the topics that you're strong at and then practice them. For me, geometry was very weak, so I never attempted any question related to geometry in quants. And that used to save my time, because as soon as I saw the geometry question, I used to skip it. So that used to allow me time on the other questions. In CAT 23, I secured an overall 99.95 percentile. In VARC, I had a 99.96, in DILR, I had a 99.43, and in Quants, I had a 98.12. I was able to get calls from all the old IIMs. I did not apply to any non-IIMs except for FMS. Calcutta and Lucknow for me were on the positive side, I would say. Ahmedabad was fine-ish, and Bangalore and Kozhikode were not that good. So I think if I had to go points wise, first would be to give as many mocks as possible, to see first of all where you're at individually in the 3 sections, and to devise strategies for them. And then secondly, for VARC, and I would say just constantly read newspapers and essays, and this would not only help you in CAT but in the stage ahead, which is the GTPI stage as well. And third, I think probably the most important for me in my journey was to not take a lot of stress or pressure regarding CAT. It's not the be all end all. Just be calm on the D-date. Just try to think okay, if I don't get through, nothing's going to happen like that. So one thing you can do for this is to give mocks when you're not feeling good or when you're very tired. Just give mocks on that time, so that when the D-day comes around, you don't really feel that, okay, there's something new that I'm experiencing.